Adnan Khashoggi, a lifestyle of heroic excess, is matched only by the zeal of the global press to explain this mysterious mogul whose name and face appear in headlines across the world. The multi-million-dollar deals, the $2.5 billion divorce case, seen with Farah, or Liza, or Frank Sinatra, and pictured in the tabloids with Jackie O and Joan Collins. America's richest man, Gordon Getty, has $4.1 billion compared to Khashoggi's estimated $10 billion. And though the cameras follow his every move, Khashoggi rarely talks to the press. Instead, they just speculate about him. But now the facts. He was born in Mecca in 1935 under the sign of Leo to a middle-class family. His Muslim religion and loyalty to the Saudi royal family are the pillars upon which his empire is built. Photographed with stars and celebrities, who he entertains lavishly in his 35 family homes, the real Khashoggi is a surprisingly private family man. With known as AK to intimates, the chief to those on his enormous payroll, he's a man who can't avoid the limelight. But for connections between East and West, Khashoggi's visibility has proved to be extremely good for business. He provided development dollars for the film The Cotton Club, an extravaganza expected to gross $150 million. From the world's banking centers to international boardrooms, Khashoggi's unique business talent provides him the ultimate lifestyle money can buy, even his own mountaintop in Spain. These are the Andalusian mountains that tower above the spectacular Costa del Sol, a golden mile of pure playground for the rich and famous called Marbella. And these 1,300 acres, more than 3 times the size of the entire Principality of Monaco, belong to Adnan Khashoggi. The king of the mountain rarely climbs these roads to his 7-villa estate. That's 1 villa for each child and the main family villa, preferring instead to chopper in from his yacht, the Nabila, and land on his own private mountaintop heliport. A year-round staff of 75 keep everything in constant readiness for a surprise visit from the chief, to whom the estate, called La Baraka, is just a handy hunting lodge, a place to display a sportsman's trophies. There's the ivory-tusked hallway display from his Kenyan ranch, and on the mantelpiece of the main villa's living room, a solid gold stag. The family comes here to hunt from Khashoggi's 1,500 wild goats and mountain elk, or shoot from his reserve of 70,000 pheasants. Indoors, Adnan of Arabia chose a Moorish motif for the passageway to his master bedroom, a huge fluffy white boudoir fit for royalty. Mirrored ceiling and walls reflect a stunning vision of his vast property, stretching beyond the limit of human eyesight and worth countless millions in this prime real estate market, end product of thousands of years of trading and bringing together buyer and seller for profit. Today, he is the undisputed ultimate connector, a pure monetary force, the golden artery feeding the world's biggest deals. The heritage may be Arabic, but his philosophy is all-American free enterprise. Realized there was money to be made as a middleman when in high school he received nearly $1,000 commission for introducing the fathers of 2 classmates, one a towel manufacturer, the other a hotel owner. In college, his father gave him cash for a car loan, but Khashoggi used it instead to set up a leasing program between Kenworth Trucks and the Saudi Arabian government. His commission, $250,000 from a $10,000 investment. Today, reliable estimates place Khashoggi's worth in excess of $10 billion. To understand what that means, consider this. $10 billion builds around 350,000 average-size homes, enough to house a city of nearly 2 million people, or supplies food, clothing and shelter for a nation of 10 million people anywhere on the earth for a year. $10 billion buys control of the following companies: Chrysler, American Motors and Ford, or if you prefer more food for thought, McDonald's, Hershey's and Coca-Cola, with $65 million left over to buy Alka-Seltzer as an aid to digest the enormity of such a plane as a DC-8, bearing 3 ones, the insignia of Khashoggi's company, Triad. The jet is known to control towers the world over as November 111 Alpha Kilo.
Well, it's a pride and joy because I look at it as a tool to my business. It's my traveling office in a sense, because to be able to to move that fast from one capital to another and to be able to be alert and willing to transact a few hours from arrival business and make commitments. You should, be able to rest well and arrive in time and do the right
Light
thing.
shields, even flying into a sunrise is no inconvenience. All he has to do is flip back the sable bedspread and nod off into a new dawn. Khashoggi spends about 100 hours a month aboard his plane, more time than in any one of his 35 homes. Even I was staggered by its creature comforts. Clocking nearly 750,000 miles a year, he demands and gets the ultimate money can buy. 3 full-time stewards pamper the man and his entourage, which includes this bearded gentleman, Khashoggi's private chiropractor, who accompanies him on all trips. Through a camera mounted in the belly of the plane, passengers can actually watch the Earth as they fly over it. $70 million plus yacht, the Nabila. It's the ultimate toy and status symbol, with engineering rivaling any naval destroyer on the seas. His 325-foot yacht travels at 21 knots and has its own fully equipped hospital, movie theater with 800 films, disco nightclub, and 11 VIP suites, each named after a precious jewel. Getting there on its own Augusta 109 chopper is half the fun. With all of its gizmos and space-age design, it's no wonder that Hollywood sought the Nabila to film James Bond in Never Say Never.
Good morning.
Morning.
You are a bit early for lunch.
I know, it's rather embarrassing.
Prepare for departure. Préparez-vous.
I'm invited for lunch and given a cruise.
Why? You had other plans?
No, not at all. I'm at your disposal, of course. Cigarette? No, not today, thank you.
And this scene, shot in the satellite communications room, could only be patterned after Adnan Khashoggi.
This is my situation room. From here, the world comes to me.
You could run a small government from here.
Oh, no, I could run a large government from here.
What's your latest
Future
venture?
plans will go on affecting all of our lifestyles in the years to come. And one other thing is certain. He'll continue bringing new meaning to that phrase, rich and famous.